VC. Welcome to the Inner Sleeve. I am your host DR, and tonight we have a vinyl reviews video for you. Excuse my voice, I'm just getting over some sickness here, so we'll go ahead and tonight we're going to review this new album by Jack White. But before we do that, let's talk about this shirt. So I picked this shirt up actually at Third Man Records in Nashville when I was there just a couple of weeks ago. And in addition to the shirt, I also picked up the White Stripes John Peel Sessions, the complete John Peel Sessions album, which was nice to pick up. And I also picked up this turntable mat, which is really cool. Third Man Records logo there. I was excited to get that. And so it was a fun trip to see Third Man Records. Unfortunately, it was a week before this new album by Jack White had come out. So this is Jack White's fourth studio album of his solo work, and this one is called Fear of the Dawn. So we're going to talk a little bit about this album tonight and what I thought of it. First off, I will say that the vinyl is a nice, pretty color. In fact, let's take a look at that, and we'll get back to the jacket. So I just had played this again before I started this video, since it had been a week or so since I had spun it. But now I've spun it, I think, 4 times. But here's the vinyl, as you can see. Beautiful blue marbled vinyl. You can see both labels there. Of course, it has a 3 very prominent on it, given that it's Jack White and he loves the number 3, obviously based on the name of his record company, Third Man Records. And I will say that the vinyl pressing was flat and not noisy. It sounded great, actually. So we'll go ahead here and look at the jacket. So here's the front cover. The hype sticker says limited edition astronomical blue colored vinyl. That's what that blue is called. It's TMR-752. And in addition to saying Jack White Fear of the Dawn, it says, with no disrespect to intervening albums, this is the record I've been hoping you'd make since blank. I'm sure I'll have more thoughts, but this is a blank of a record. And I think the blank are going to go blank over it, and the blank aren't going to be able to blank with it. On to the second listen. So again, whatever that's supposed to mean. Here is the back of the jacket. And obviously it has the song names. Fear of the Dawn is actually upside down, which is kind of interesting. It actually says 2021 Third Man Records, even though this album came out in 2022. It was copyrighted for 2021. Also kind of interesting. So let's go ahead and get this out of the sleeve here that I put it in. And I still have it in the shrink. I'll check it and see what came inside of this. I will first say that the jacket is, as Jack White typically does, very thick and high quality material. No flimsy jacket here. Not like some other newer albums that I've gotten. So here is the inserts. We'll look at this one first. Looks kind of like a movie program for a horror movie or something. You know, and it says Fear of the Dawn, produced by Jack White. It has lyrics, and on the back it also has the lyrics and the tracks and who was on each track. So that's kind of neat. You can get a better idea of who's all playing on each track. And then here's kind of the continuation in a different format for the rest of the album lyrics. The ending of actually this is all side 2 of the record. And then we have this wonderful portrait of Jack White with blue hair. And then on the back we have the dawn. So I guess it's Fear of the Dawn. So pretty cool inserts. I think overall the package is really good. So good quality there. High marks for presentation. Album artwork's kind of cool. Everything about it. Now let's talk music. So on side 1, we start off with the track Taking Me Back. I think it's a pretty strong start to the album. And then it leads right into Fear of the Dawn, which is a pretty short song, but I also like that one. Then we get into White Raven, which is kind of more industrial, techno, a lot of the tracks on here actually are more like synthesizer fuzz than actual guitar fuzz, at least from what I can tell after a few listens. So a little bit different there. And then that leads into Heidi Ho with Q-Tip as the vocalist on track 4. Not my favorite song on the album. It's okay, but I didn't really care for it. Eosophobia starts out with like an acoustic guitar intro. Not a bad song, but not my favorite. And then we go to Into the Twilight, which I thought was pretty good. So I would say on side 1, my favorite tracks are Taking Me Back and Fear of the Dawn. And then on side 2, there's a little intro song called Dusk. That's only 30 seconds. Can't even really count that one. Then it leads into What's the Trick, which is one of my favorite songs on side 2. That was Then, This Is Now is also a track I like, which is the 3rd track. A lot of these songs are pretty short, typical Jack White fashion. I mean, most of them are in a 3-minute to 4-minute range. And then we have Eosophobia, I think that means Fear of the Sun, reprise, which, I don't know, I don't get having a reprise of a song on the same album. To me, it's maybe kind of a wasted track. And then that goes into Morning, Noon, and Night, which I do like that track. That's probably between that and What's the Trick, as far as my favorite track on side 2. And then Shedding My Velvet's a little softer, slower type song. There's also a fair amount of piano throughout some of these songs. Overall, I love Jack White and the White Stripes and the Dead Weather and the Rockin' Tours, but some of the solo stuff I'm not really big on. And this is not my favorite solo album by him. I'm not sure which one I would say it is, but it's been about 4 years since he did a solo album, and I guess he's supposed to be releasing another one fairly soon here this year. So we get 2 Jack White albums in 1 year, which I guess is pretty cool. I would say if you're a Jack White fan, definitely pick this up. For me, it's kind of in that 3 out of 5 star range, with it being very good, or a good, but not very good, and certainly not a classic, like, outstanding album, which would be a 5. And then it's above. It's definitely not average. I would say it's a little bit above average, but I would say some of the songs are kind of choppy sounding too. Definitely a different vibe than I've gotten from some of his stuff. I was honestly wish there was a little bit more guitar, especially a little bit more acoustic guitar. Overall, like I said, Jack White fans definitely pick this up. If you've really never listened to his solo stuff, I don't think this is the one to start with. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this little short vinyl review of Jack White, Fear of the Dawn. If you did, go ahead and like, subscribe, and share. And if you didn't, or if you did, share your comments below. Let me know what you thought of this album. And keep those turntables spinning. See ya.